Lions, Patriots, so much to talk about. Stick around for this one. We do. We have a lot to talk about in this preview and this prediction. We have everything from injuries to both teams 1 and 3, the being reunited, playing against Matt Patricia. Is he calling plays? There is so much going on. We have a new kicker. We're playing a third string quarterback. So hang on for this movie. We're going to go, this video, we're going to go over all of it. We're even going to talk about the weather. So what do we think? The Detroit Lions are going into New England. They're going into Foxborough, and they're playing the New England Patriots. And I'm just going to start right now, 40 seconds into this video, and tell you I think the Detroit Lions are going to win. And because this is the kind of game that the Lions win, right? The kind of the game where you go into Foxborough in New England, nobody picks you to win, and you win. In fact, I'm going to go reverse psychology on everybody. The fact that they're playing Bailey Zappi, their third string quarterback, actually makes me less confident that we're going to win, because this is what the Lions have traditionally done. We lose at home to a bad team that we should beat, and then somehow we find a way to hang tight or beat a good team that we're supposed to lose to, or we go on the road and we find a way to win that game. Like, things are weird when we talk about the Lions. So here's what I want to do, and what I want to talk about is go into why I think we are going to win. And in order to do that, let's just go right to the injury report first, and then we'll talk about matchups and all that kind of stuff. So when you look at the injury report, first we see New England. And this was actually from their practice on Friday, who is in, who is out, and all that kind of stuff. But they have a couple of D linemen that are out right now. Here's the thing you have to understand about the New England Patriots. They have been pretty good at getting pressure on the quarterback. Their passing defense has been good. It's been solid. Their run defense is terrible. I think they're the second or third worst in the league. I understand that we're not going to have Swift for this game, but the combination of Williams, Reynolds, and Jackson, especially a heavy dose of Williams, has proven to be very effective. Still one of the better rushing attacks in the league, even with our backup running back in. So I think you are going to just see heavy doses of running the football. Also, their doubtfuls for the game, this is for the game as well, is Mac Jones. It actually has been reported that there is the expectation that Bailey Zappi will start. So we know Jones is out. We know Hoyer is not going to be playing. So we would be playing a rookie third string quarterback. That sounds like a recipe to get a little bit of confidence back for a broken, shaken secondary. I expect Aaron Glenn to blitz, and more blitz. That's what I fully expect. I understand you have to respect the run, but I expect him to do a lot of things that are going to confuse the looks, which is weird because we're coming into a week where we've talked about how the defense is going to simplify things. So what does that look like with that? They have a bunch of questionables as well. Roquan McMillan, Jacoby Myers, if he's unable to go full strength, that also helps our defense. I'm not saying I'm happy people are injured. That's not what I'm saying. Don't read into that. Now let's go and look at the Lions. Who do we have out? Quintez Cephas is out. That's a bummer. He's been doing a really great job in special teams. DJ Chark, that ankle, I'm nervous about this. It's that same ankle that he had surgically repaired. What does the rest of the season look like for him? All I can say is that Jameson Williams cannot get back fast enough. Kaminsky, we miss him. We miss him. And then Harris as well. That's hard, everybody. Like, those are big injuries. Harris is big. Chark is big just for the threat that he does. And of course, Swift is big as well. So we look at those, and then we got some guys questionable, Chris Board, but the questionable guys, I'm just happy they're questionable. Jonah Jackson getting back to questionable. Brown, we could be thin on the interior once again. So we're just hoping that either Brown or Jackson are able to play, so that we're not sitting two backups in the guard position as well. Even though I guess technically we're two backups in, but I don't view Brown as a backup. I view him as a sixth starter. So that's kind of what we're looking at. And then again, Amon-Ra St. Brown has gotten the questionable. He got in a limited practice on Friday. Very interested. I would say don't rush him back. I know that sounds crazy. I know we have a lot going on. I would, honest to goodness, say don't rush him back on that, because he's just one of those guys that you want coming off the bye week. So let's look into a little bit more of this outside of the injuries, and let's look at where we're at for this season. We had 3 games that we felt really good about. And by felt really good about, I mean, like, you can have an argument that it's good. That was the Eagles. That was our victory over the Commanders. And then our first road game that came as a loss to the Vikings. It didn't feel good, but at least there was some intriguing things in it. We played well on the road, proved we could hang with what is the division leading Vikings team, I believe. But then came the Seahawks, quite frankly, embarrassment of our defense. They embarrassed us, and Geno Smith ripped us apart. Penny got yards when he needed to get yards. So the question is, now we're going against a New England team that is on their 3rd string quarterback. There's new play callers there. And so what we're looking at, and you heard me right, play callers, is can our defense respond? I looked at the weather, because anytime you go to New England, I understand it's fall, so it shouldn't be too bad. 63 and sunny, wonderful weather for football. The question is, I think the team that will win this game is the team that can control the game through on the ground. Control the game on the ground, get enough done in the air. I think we are better set up for success running the football than the Patriots are. I think we're better set up, believe it or not, for success defending the run than the Patriots are. So very interested to see what that looks like, and the complexity of the offense with a rookie quarterback. They should not be running a complex offense. So hopefully we don't have too many miscommunications in the back end or with our defense, and we are able to kind of go at it and go well. So I'm looking forward to that. Another side note that's kind of weird. The Detroit Lions actually waived our kicker, Austin Seibert. He had that same weird groin, hip, whatever it is, injury that he had last year. And I think that's what was causing him to really struggle kicking the ball early on in the year. It's just been something he's been dealing with. So Badgley is our new kicker. Like, it looks like he could be the new kicker for the year. And when you hear about Badgley, guess who they compare him to? Riley Patterson, the guy we let go that is playing for Jacksonville and kicking pretty well. So it does make you wonder, like, you want to, like, here's what I've seen. I have seen, all right, I'm not going to get into a kicker thing. I'm so sorry. This is why we need Chris on these videos, because sometimes I want to go into kicker tangents because I'm a nerd and I think kickers, for some reason, I really do view kickers as very, very important. So I'm just always talking about the importance of a kicker, and even a punter. I'm weird. Punters are people too. But I think you could see very clearly in a couple of the games that we played how important having a good kicker is. So Badgley, they say he's very reliable under 45 yards, and then gets really spotty over that. So I think that's the same thing you were getting with Patterson, sorry. And it's what was happening with Seibert. So we have a new kicker. I want to hear what you guys think. I think the Lions win this one. I don't think it's as high scoring. I think we're kind of in that 27-21 range. But I think we win. And if we win this game, that sets us up for success in the back half of the season, or the back 2/3 of the season. So if we win this game, we're at 2-3, right? Like, that's not great. But again, the expectation was 7 wins, right? So we're 2-3. We have the bye week next week. Get healthy. The bye week could not come soon enough. St. Brown, get healthy. Swift, get healthy. Jonah Jackson, get healthy. DJ Chark, get healthy. Like, there are all these good, productive, important starters that are out right now with injuries that are questionable. So if you are questionable or getting limited practices in, that extra week, now 2 weeks off after this game to get healthy, should be enough time. So we get healthy. We're coming in off the bye week. And we're playing some better teams, but we can have momentum. We can go in healthy, and maybe we can flip the script where we're the healthy team and the team we're playing is not. So I'm not giving up on the Lions this year. Don't give up on the Lions this year. And again, remember the beginning of the year. I don't think any of us, well, that's not true. Some of us absolutely were, but none of us was really thinking to ourselves, like, it's playoffs or bust. That's not what this year was. It was play competitive football, Play competitive football. I'm going to repeat that for a third time. Competitive football. That's what we all wanted. We have gotten 4 competitive games. And it's just frustrating because one game was competitive against what might be the best team in the NFC. Another one was competitive against one of probably the worst teams in the NFC. So you're sitting here wondering to yourself, like, what are we? Well, what we are is a team that's probably a year away. And we kind of knew that before. We know that now, but you never know what could happen. We're also a team that's battered and injured. So excited to see what they're going to do. I hope they show out against the New England Patriots. Nothing better than beating Matt Patricia in New England and Bill Belichick, quite frankly. So excited to see what we're going to do in this game. And we'll be here, me and Chris, making a video as a recap Sunday night and Monday. You'll be able to hang. So check in with us then. Drop a comment below. Who do you think is going to win this one? Give us your prediction. Give us the score. Let's see if anybody can nail it right on the dot. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We love having you part of the community here. All right, guys. See you on the next one.